Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Now I wanna go back here quickly, since in this area we have already killed all the enemies. And inside here I wanna search for... Oh man, they respawned. Now inside here we should be able to find Watcher's Eye. Okay, nice, we found a blind Watcher's Eye, the exact thing that we wanted for the Museum of Oddities. Now let's go and do this quest.
Greetings and salutations. Fribble, Wait, you can understand me? Lovely. It's been too long since I was able to have a nice chat with someone. What a pleasant surprise. Previously, it was only poor Bighead who seemed to understand me, and he's always in such a lather about that fork. I try not to burden myself with news of the current goings-on. It gets to be rather distasteful at times, don't you think? Ah, yes, the Fork of Horripilation. I have heard rumors about it. It appears that Lord Sheogorath has returned it to the Isles. Not surprising, I suppose. He does enjoy his toys. Last I heard, some heretics had gotten hold of the item in question. Unfortunately, it seems to be an item of great importance for some of the zealots as well. They've been fighting over it for some time now. Take care. Come back for a chat whenever you have the chance.
Okay, now let's go get another item for the museum. And we can get it this way. Okay, so jump here. You see this tentacle here? This is what we have to loot. And there it is. And we got 2 of them. But we only need 1 for the quest. Okay, now let's go here. How is he dead?
You'll get.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
Supposed to be impressed.
Why won't you die?
Show me what you are.
Speak, citizen.
Did you see my last performance? Did you like it?
Cease your prattling.
Go find Pumpkin.
Hello.
Fribble, just fribble. Wait, what a Come back for a chat whenever you have free chance.
Blessings, citizen.
The fork. Songs of bringing. The fork for Big Head. You have the fork? I hear it singing so close. Songs of such closeness. Songs of almostness. The fork. You bring the fork. Happy day. The blind shall see. The lame shall walk. The short shall tall. Forks for all. Big Head names you friend. Songs of friendship. Songs of ship friends. Presents for you. Presents on hatching day. Big Head was hatched, but his brother was not. Presents for Egg Friend, almost forgot. Selfish Big Head, shellfish Big Head. Big Head knows secrets, secrets of learning, alchemy, sneaking, and stabbing with blades. Which will you learn?
What should we take? Blade.
Big Head knows a secret about blades. Point them out, never in. Blade is out, poke, poke, poke. Kill the grandpa netch. The zealots in the lands of dementia believe they worship Arden Sul. Poor deluded souls. Take care. The fork.
Oh, by the way. How much blade did we get? 1?
Songs of fork. The fork. The secret to sneaking is not to be seen. Empty rooms, empty tombs. Sneak in the dark, though the blind man can see you. Goodbye. The fork. Poison is potion spelled differently. Both come in bottles, but one is good to drink. Singing potions, ringing potions. Goodbye. The fork. Big Head knows a secret. Bye.
Welcome to the Museum of Oddities. Let me know if you'd like a tour of our exhibits. Would you like a tour of the museum? Wonderful. Follow me and I'll show you around my little collection of oddities. Look closely and you'll see a tiny skull. These pygmies used to live in the Shivering Isles until they were all eaten by grummites, poor dears. Here's a real oddity for you, an arm of one of the gatekeepers. This one was killed by... oh, I forget now. A lovely specimen in any case. Here's the ring of... well, now, where did it go? Things have a way of disappearing around here that's enough to drive a person insane. I'm at your service. Goodbye. Here is... well, I think there used to be something very odd here, but it seems to be missing now. Let's move on. You know, I always walk over here thinking there's another exhibit, but there never is. Oh, silly me. This case is waiting for something especially odd. If you run across anything odd, be sure to bring it by, and it might end up on display here. I could have sworn that I used to keep something very odd on this shelf. Oh well, let's move on. Yes, I've been meaning to put something here, but it seems I haven't gotten around to it, although I distinctly remember preparing an exhibit. Well, this case seems to be empty. Strange. I'm sure that yesterday... oh, my memory just isn't what it used to be. Let's see what else we can find. Were you in here last week? Wasn't there an exhibit in this case, then? Oh, well, I must just be going senile. Oh. As you can see, I have plenty of space here for new oddities, so think of me when you run across anything odd. I think something's missing from this shelf. Or it could be just my old brain playing tricks on me again. Oh well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Oh, that's strange. I thought there was something else here. Oh, well, no matter. Just losing my mind or something. Right this way. This case here I'm saving for something special. Wouldn't you like to be the one to find something odd enough to go on display here? Oh, yes, I've already shown you this shelf, haven't I? My poor old brain just isn't what it used to be. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. Feel free to stay and browse for as long as you like. Welcome to the Museum of Oddities. Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum? Oh, a ring of desiccation. That's one of my... well, was one of my favourite oddities. If I had the money, I'd buy it off you right now. That's a lovely gesture. Thank you so much. Everyone will be so glad to have the ring back where it belongs. Have you found a new oddity that you'd like to contribute to the museum? Wonderful! Looking at the tentacle, I'm not sure whether to be disgusted or terrified. Just the kind of thing I'm looking for. Have you found a new... oh, how deliciously odd. I've never seen a blind watcher's eye before. It will have a place of honour in the museum. Have you found a new... Too bad. I already have a deformed swamp tentacle. But next time I'm sure you'll find something truly odd. Don't worry. See you later.
Okay, now let's go and do this quest.
Greetings.
How may I serve? Blessings.
Yes, is there something you require? I live to serve.
Why, look. Why, look who's here. You! How about that? A new arrival! A shame about my gatekeeper. I'm so happy I could just tear out your intestines and strangle you with them. I suppose an introduction is in order. I'm Sheogorath, Prince of Madness, and other things. I'm not talking about them. You've probably figured that out by now. Let's hope so, or we're in real trouble. And out come the intestines, and I skip rope with them. But perhaps now's not the time. You've made it this far, farther than anyone else. Well done! Take this trinket of mine. Perhaps it will serve you well, or look lovely on your corpse. I've been waiting for you, or someone like you, or someone other than you for some time. I need a champion, and you've got the job! Time to save the realm, rescue the damsel, slay the beast, or die trying. Your help is required. A change is coming. Everything changes, even Daedric princes, especially Daedric princes. Daedra are the embodiment of change and permanency. I'm no different, except in the ways that I am. The Grey March is coming, and you're going to stop it. The details aren't important, at least not right now. Eternity is on a rather tight deadline. We'll get back to that later. Now, you run an errand for me, an important one, of course. Anything I tell you to do is important. My realm, my rules. You're going to Cyrodiil, one of my favorite spots in the Isles. It's a little place I used to take care of unwanted visitors. And some are more unwanted than others. The gatekeeper takes care of most of the unwanted, but he's dead. We'll have to remedy that soon as well. Anyway, there are those that have other ways into my realm, and they're on the move. We don't want them here, trust me. So, you're going to get Cyrodiil up and running. Here's a little book to tell you how, and the Attenuator of Judgment. You'll need that too. Of course, you can always get more details from Haskell. He's a detail-oriented type of person, a big help, and a snappy dresser. Now, get going, before I change my mind, or my mind changes me. Really, no need to trouble yourself with the details of that now. It would just cloud your little mind. What is important is getting to Cyrodiil. Quickly! Before I get bored. Oh, you wouldn't like me when I'm bored. New Sheath. My home away from places that aren't my home. The current location is much better than some of the prior ones, don't you think? Yes? Speaking to me? Well, I'm he. He's me. And others as well. Or they were, weren't they? The Isles! The Isles! A wonderful place! Except when it's horrible. Then it's horribly wonderful! Good for a visit. Or for an eternity. A little busy here! I'm trying to decide what to have for dinner. Oh, how I love eating. One of my favorite things to do. Talk to Haskell if you need more information. He's got more brains than a brain pie. Oh, brain pie. Perfect! Care to donate? You can go now. Run along, scoot.
The Mad God has given you a task. Surely someone of your copious talent should be able to handle it. He is the Prince of Madness, the ruler of the Shivering Isles. The Shivering Isles is what Sheogorath wills it to be. Yes, quite an amazing place, really. Wonderful for relieving one's tension as you watch those troublesome adventurers suffer. No offense. I'd say your next move is to head to Cyrodiil and get it reactivated. Yes? Ah, silly me. The book has no pictures. Can't really expect you to read that now, can I? To reactivate Cyrodiil for my lord's pleasure, you'll need to find 3 focus crystals and return them to their resting place. Each crystal has a matching receptacle called a judgment nexus. Even you can't miss them. Without the crystals in place, the resonator of judgment, Cyrodiil's power source, cannot be restored. You have the attenuator, the manual, and a map. I'm certainly not going to carry you there, so I'd suggest you get to it. Place one foot in front of the other. You know how it goes. The Mad God has given you a task. Surely someone of your copious talent should be able to handle it. I'd suggest you make haste and get to Cyrodiil. My Lord Sheogorath does not like those who lollygag. Or maybe he does? Bah, just get going. My work is never done.
How may I serve?
Greetings, friend. Are you here to see Thaden? I would be if I were you. Thankfully, I already have cause to speak to him every day. Another of my brood finally returns to the Isles. Oh, I wonder what this one will be like. Take care.
nothing to see them.
Show me what you got. You're pathetic! I've fought mudcrabs more fearsome than you.
I'm just...
Finally, Lord Sheogorath has sent someone to assist me. But where are my manners? Must get into my professional tone. Welcome to Cyrodiil. I'm the dungeon caretaker, Caliban Nerendil. A wonder of engineering, is it not? Cyrodiil is the ultimate test of mettle for the foolhardy adventurer that dares trespass into the Shivering Isles. What they don't know is that they're being drawn to their doom, courtesy of the Resonator of Judgment. Ever since that wretched gatekeeper was made, Cyrodiil became redundant. It fell into disrepair and was eventually all but forgotten. After only a few years passed, the Grummites began moving in. Ghastly things. They mistook the focus crystals for some sort of religious symbols and removed them from their rightful places. This rendered the Resonator inert and Cyrodiil completely useless. Luckily, you came along and placed Cyrodiil back into operation. Yes, I tend to ramble. You'll have to forgive me. If you have the attenuator, then Sheogorath must have sent you. Cyrodiil would normally have sent you back to the entrance when you stepped on the pad in the Resonator chamber. Since you're up here, I can only surmise that adventurers are already entering the dungeon as we speak. The only thing we can do is let the adventurers complete a cycle through here. I'll be glad to help. I assume Sheogorath gave you the Manual of Cyrodiil. You can consult it for more information, or I can provide instructions. I will be happy to describe each chamber and explain the event that unfolds as we proceed through Cyrodiil. This first chamber is the Chamber of the Gnarl. At the touch of a button, you can cause a large group of tiny gnarls to appear and attack the adventurers. Or, if you're feeling merciful, we can have the group terrorized by a seemingly lowly gnarl that instantly grows to twice their size. The hallucinogenic spore gas we release into the chamber will help lull the victims into believing the creature means to kill them. Don't worry, its bark is far worse than its bite. As the adventurers make their way through Cyrodiil's chambers, they will encounter choices that you make in these control platforms. All you need to do is decide what becomes of the adventurers. Will you drive them insane, or will you pull the life from their bodies? Simple. Wait until the adventurers are in position, and then press a button. If they survived, they will proceed to the next chamber, and so on. It's really quite ingenious. You'll know you're done when they lie dead on the ground or they are out of their minds. Of course, any of their possessions you wish to keep are yours for the taking. I'll make sure you get them when you're done. Well, the dead will be disposed of, have no fear. That's my job. Those that are lucky enough to merely go insane will be granted a place in the Shivering Isles as a permanent resident. Each chamber presents two options. When you push the appropriate button, an event will unfold for the adventurers to experience. One is physically harmful, usually lethal traps or creatures, something relished by the residents of Dementia. The other choice is more mental. They are designed to make the adventurers lose their grip on reality, much like the residents of Mania. Of course, the introduction of spore gas with the Mania choices helps as well. As you wish. What else can I answer for you? As you wish. The Resonator works by drawing adventurers to itself with a sort of magical siren's call. Sheogorath uses the Resonator to find the cream of the crop, as he calls them, the best of the worst, to populate the Isles. Quite clever, eh? So good to be back in business.
Now keep your weapons ready and watch your backs. Do what I say, and we might just get out of here alive. We should just kill this stupid tree and move on.
We should go back. I'm not sure we should be here.
What an odd ruin.
This is supposed to scare us? Ha!
That thing may be small, but it looks mean. Let's get out of here.
What in Oblivion is that thing?
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Wait just a moment. What's that sound?
Prepare yourselves for battle.
This is impossible. We're going to die. Take that! No, I can't take
Kill
it.
every last one of them. Yeah! Damn it! Lewin deserved better than this, and I'm responsible. Someone will pay dearly, I assure you.
There's nothing to be done here. We must press on. Unleashed the swarm, did we? Nothing like a little bloodlust to start the encounter off right.
Look, I told you. Treasure. Let's have at it, Sindelius.
Another chamber, another victim to eliminate. Hurry, the anticipation is overwhelming. What can I assist you with? The second chamber of Cyrodiil is the Chamber of Avarice. The adventurers will have to overcome their feelings of greed as they set their eyes upon the huge piles of treasure locked behind that gate. You may choose to spring a fire trap and cause them great harm as they stand before the gate. Or you can fill the chamber with hundreds of keys and watch them frantically search for the correct one. Always a crowd pleaser. You're doing quite well so far. If only my arts included open lock spells.
Stupid rogue, just when we needed him. Blast! The cage is locked.
Gromok, be careful. This looks too good to be true.
Ha! Let's see them stop me after I rip this gate from its hinges.
Gromok, no!
Sorry, Sindelius. I don't know who built this nightmare, but if I get my hands on them...
The classic fire trap. Always a favorite, especially in the colder months. The classic fire trap. Always a favorite, especially in the colder months. I see Lord Sheogorath chose wisely when he selected you to liberate Cyrodiil. Now, how may I continue to assist you? The third chamber of Cyrodiil is the Chamber of Anathema. Its contents are designed to make sure it's the final encounter. The adventurers will be subject to horrors beyond their imagination. Visions of repugnance, death, and malevolence reside in this room. If you wish to bring ruin to your victims, you may choose to animate some of the corpses and watch as they satiate their hunger. Or we can create the illusion of the adventurer's dying and his spirit rising from his corpse. Good fun to be had for all. Then, just as suddenly as we kill him, we revive the adventurer. There are few minds that can stand this type of torture. You're doing quite well so far. Keep it up.
Steady, Gramok, steady. You've been through worse before. What more could this place possibly throw at you? What? The very dead rot. Strike me with blood. Strike me, will you?
You've made short work of the intruders. Sheogorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice. Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings. I'm afraid you've exhausted Cyrodiil's resources. This was the final chamber. Not to worry. We'll have your spoils to you in no time at all.
What in Oblivion is that thing?
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
Be careful. There may be more to this creature than meets the eye.
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Are my eyes playing tricks? Or is the creature
By the gods,
growing?
when will it stop? It could devour us all.
Run for your lives!
Get back here, you cowards! Something's not right.
All this time it was merely an illusion. How clever.
Wait, what's wrong with Lewin?
Makes no sense. Should be dead. Well, what? Oh,
I think this place got to him. Perhaps we should leave.
No, we'll pick him up on the way out. He must fend for himself.
no way to run. Mad. Tree. Must escape.
Watching them run from the giant gnarl gets me every time.
Look, I told you. Treasure. Let's have at it, Cyrodiil. Blast! The cage is locked.
Gramok, be careful. This looks too good to be true.
If only Lewin were here, he could get us through this in no time.
We'll have to fend for ourselves. Do you think you can pry the door open?
Forget it. This is obviously a trick. Let's get out of here.
To be so close, and yet so far. If only we had the key. Wait, do you hear something? Look, keys. One of them must open the gate. We're rich.
Let's get out of here, Cyrodiil. This is obviously a trick to waste our time.
I'll know it when I see it. Yes, it must be here.
They're all fake. Just come with me now.
Find it. Yes, I must find the key. Rich beyond all my dreams.
Suit yourself.
Must find the key. Must find the key. Too bad none of those keys fit the lock. Too bad none of those keys fit the lock.
Steady, Gramok, steady. You've been through worse before. What more could this place possibly throw at you? What? How in Oblivion can I be dead? This is impossible. Nothing killed me. I didn't even get a chance to fight. No chance to defend myself? No chance for battle? Why? Who? Impossible. This is impossible. Gramok has never lost a fight. Never.
You've made short work of the intruders. Sheogorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice. Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings. I'm afraid you've exhausted Xedilion's resources. This was the final chamber. Not to worry. We'll have your spoils to you in no time at all. I have some things for you. As is the tradition, you are to be awarded a focus crystal as a token of your fine work. I'll have it sent to the palace and placed in the main hall if you wish to take a look at it. Oh yes, of course. It seems a most unusual weapon was recovered from the orc warrior, Gramok. Never seen anything like it, but perhaps his journal can give you some useful information. Beyond that, take whatever else you need from the recovery chest. You've earned it. You're free to go at any time, of course, just up that hallway. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Okay, so we've got a new weapon. This weapon is very unique because it changes depending on time of the day. During the day it's different, during the night it's also different, and it also keeps track of enemies you killed. And depending on how many enemies you've killed, it will reward you with an additional enchant.
fork mud crab. Here's some than you.
Let the nine divines assault.
What's the matter? Impressed? What's the matter? Getting tired?
That was quite a battle. I hope you are uninjured. You've not heard the legends? How could that be? Those beings, as you call them, aren't beings at all. They are the soulless abominations known as the Knights of Order. Their attraction to the resonator isn't surprising. It was built from one of the obelisks that dot the isles they seem to have an affinity for. You must proceed to Sheogorath at once and tell him the knights have returned. Quickly now, go!
And we will continue this in the next episode, so if you liked this one, give it a like, dislike if you think it sucked, and see you next time. Thank you.